EuroLeague Women and EuroCup Women 2019-2020 seasons. I'm glad you're all here in such a big number, before we start with the draws and also to welcome you here, I would like to ask on stage for a few chosen words the Secretary General of FIBA Europe, Mr. Kamil Novak.
Well, good morning from my side too. It's been always a pleasure to be here with our clubs. We have again nearly 60 clubs from Europe registering for the club competitions, EuroLeague Women and EuroCup Women. Many of you certainly follow the Eurobasket Women, which finished just a few weeks ago. And the women's basketball generally is now, I want to call it hot topic at FIBA level. I hope I will not say too much before the World Congress, but the women's basketball is going to be one of the main issues and main targets for the work of our organization for the upcoming term of office 2019 to 2023. The Eurobasket women again show that the European women's basketball is not only the strongest one in the world in general, but also that the teams we have every Eurobasket some or few surprises. This year, for instance, it was certainly the team of Great Britain who came out of nowhere and surprised whole Europe. You all might remember 2017, where Greece came up and finished where they finished, and also Belgium. So there is every 2 years there is a big surprise. I can tell you that my colleagues, my counterparts in other continents, they do not have this. They are actually very jealous. They say, okay, we have our Australias and USAs always overperforming, but more than that, there is nothing. And they all do follow that in Europe, nearly everything is possible, even though they say, but at the end, there is always France and Spain in the finals, which is not true. I told them, I remind them on 2015, but they actually always see the last one or last two Eurobaskets. But the performance is it's always I mean, very exciting on the court, and it comes from the clubs. I mean, the players, it's not a secret. Of course, the national teams they do their work, but most of the year you have the players, your coaches are working with them, and the progress starts at the club level. So we are now starting the next season of the club competitions. I'm very sure that it will be again exciting course. We will have certainly high-level games in the EuroLeague Women, but also at the EuroCup Women. Again, we have some qualification rounds in both in the EuroLeague Women and EuroCup Women, and for me, it's just now to wish you best of luck for the draws. I'm sure that you all made your mathematics and plans what would be good in terms of travels and this and that. But draw is a draw. So in any case, good luck and enjoy the season. And of course, for the season, I wish you still remembering running a club. No injuries, no stress with the coaches, and enjoy it very much. Thank you.
Okay, one thing I forgot before, obviously, is to introduce myself. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Ljubomir Mandić. I'm head of competitions for FIBA Europe, and I will be moderating this draw this morning. Before we start, some information. As Mr. Novak mentioned, we have almost, no, it's a bit too early, we have almost 60 clubs registered this year, 19 for EuroLeague Women. This is why we will play qualifiers, and then 38 for EuroCup Women, plus the 3 that will come down from the EuroLeague Women qualifiers, making it 41. Therefore, in ECW, we will also play qualifiers to reduce the number to 40. We will start, and the order of the draws will be as follows. We will start with the qualification for the EuroLeague Women, as you can already see on the screen. Because these draws feed into the different competitions, therefore it's necessary to do this first. After that, we'll draw the conferences for EuroCup Women, Conference 1 and Conference 2, and finally at the end, the regular season of EuroLeague Women. We're ready to go. In order to assist or to perform the draw this morning, I would like to ask on stage my dear colleague Elizabeth Cebrian, former Spanish international. And to actually draw the balls today, we have invited also a special guest today, former Greek international Zoe Dimitrakou. So the EuroLeague Women qualifiers, we have 6 teams split in 2 conferences because the loser of those pairings will feed into the EuroCup Women, Conference 1 and Conference 2. So Conference 1 is basically the 2 teams which you see in Seed 1, Arka Gdynia from Poland and Botaş from Turkey, where this pairing is already predetermined because there's only 2 teams on that side. Yet we will still show the teams here. And in Seed 2 and 3, you see the 4 teams where the losers would feed into ECW Conference 2. The 2 seeded clubs, BLMA from France, Reia Venezia from Italy, and the non-seeded Olympiacos from Greece and Alu Invent Miskolc from Hungary. So let's start with the 2 clubs from Seed 1. Okay, just for protocol, this is Botaş from Turkey. And Arka Gdynia from Poland. Gdynia from Poland, as the seeded club in this pairing, will play the return leg of the home and away series at home. Now we will draw 1 team from Seed 2 to play against 1 team from the non-seeded teams. BLMA from France. No. Olympiacos from Greece. And that is Umana Reia Venezia. And it's Alu Invent Miskolc from Hungary. So this concludes the draw for the qualifiers for the EuroLeague Women. Just stay with us a few moments until we prepare the draw for the regular season of the EuroCup Women. In the meantime, we can take a look at some of the highlights of last season's EuroCup Women's season. Fantastic highlights, and also looking forward for many more to come in the upcoming season. I think we should be ready for the draw for EuroCup Women Conference 1. If we can get the... Yes, perfect. These are the 4 seeds for Conference 1, as you can see, with 5 teams each, making it a total of 20 teams, where we will draw them into 5 groups of 4. In seed 1, we have the loser of the EuroLeague Women qualifier, Botas versus Gdynia. And in seed 4, at the end, we have the only EuroCup women qualifier this year, which is a pairing between Kayseri and Noginsk. The only restriction that we have for this draw is that in each group there can be a maximum of 2 clubs from the same country, which means if we run risk that a third club from the same country will be in that group, the system will automatically suggest this club to be moved into the next available group. So we're ready to go, and we can start with the teams from seed 1. Yeah, that is the loser of ELW qualifier pairing 1 between Botas and Gdynia into Group A. NBA Moscow from Russia into Group B. CCC Polkowice from Poland into Group C. It is Hatay from Turkey into Group D. And that leaves us with Galatasaray from Turkey into Group E. Very good. And we can immediately move on to the teams in seed 2. Gorzów from Poland will go into Group A. Spartak Moscow region Vidnoye, not a very far travel, into Group B. A3 Basket Umeå from Sweden into Group C. Enisei Krasnoyarsk from Russia into Group D. And last but not least, Artego Bydgoszcz from Poland into Group E. Okay, we can already move on to teams from seed 3. KP Brno from Czech Republic into Group A. That is Beşiktaş from Turkey into Group B. That is Orman Gençlik from Turkey into Group C. MBK Ružomberok from Slovak Republic into Group D. and Sepsi from Romania into Group E. So before we move on to the teams in Seed 4, we have a look at the groups so far. We see that we have 2 Russian clubs already in Group B. Therefore, the qualifier between Kayseri and Noginsk cannot be drawn into that group and would be moved into the next available group if necessary. Other than that, there should be no restrictions, and we can proceed with the draw for the teams in Seed 4. Neve David Ramla from Israel. They will go into Group A. And as mentioned, this is the winner of the qualifier between Noginsk and Kayseri, and because we already have 2 Russian clubs in Group B, they will automatically be moved to the next available group, which is Group C. Which means for Group B, we now get BC Pristina from Kosovo into Group B. Smoky Minsk from Belarus into Group D. And last but not least, Lulea Basket from Sweden into Group E. Now all that's left for us to do is to draw the numbers for the lines to determine the order of play. First number drawn is number 2. Followed by number 1. Followed by number 4. And number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the draw for EuroCup Women Conference 1. We'll have the results on the screen for a few more moments. And then we will get ready to perform the draw also for Conference 2. But in the meantime, let's have a look at a very interesting video, which is about a project initiated by FIBA Europe together with its national federations aimed at promoting basketball to young girls. It's called Her World, Her Rules, and I think you will find it very interesting.
My mom wanted me to become a doctor.
My grandfather wanted me to become a scientist.
A ballerina.
A model.
A writer.
A mathematician.
A developer.
An artist.
My dad wanted me to become a lawyer.
My sister, a policewoman.
My friends wanted me to become a teacher.
An accountant.
That something was not me.
I chose to become myself.
My playground.
My rules.
My choice.
Okay. I think we should be ready to start with the draw for Conference 2. Here, again, we have the same procedure. We have 4 seeds with 5 teams each. In seed 1, you see the pairings from the EuroLeague Women qualifiers that were just drawn before. The pairings are numbered 2 and 3 in that order. And in total, we have 20 teams, which will be drawn into 5 groups of 4. Consequently, the groups are named F, G, H, I, and J. The same procedure, the same restriction, no more than 2 clubs from the same country can be in any group. I think we're ready to go and start with seed 1. CB Avenida from Spain into Group F. The loser of EuroLeague Women qualifier pairing 2 between BLMA and Olympiacos will go into Group G. And the loser of EuroLeague Women qualifier pairing 3 between Raja Venezia and Arluinment Miskolc into Group H. KSC Sexart from Hungary into Group I. And that leaves us with Flamcarolo Basket from France into Group J. And we can continue with the teams from Seed 2. Unigyör from Hungary into Group F. Perfect. Szeglet from Hungary into Group G. Basket Lond from France will go into Group H. These are the Rutronic Stars Kelten from Germany into Group I. And BCL FIC Fribourg from Switzerland into Group J. Seed 2 drawn in the perfect order as on the screen. Let's move on to Seed 3. That is Lointec Guernica Vizcaya from Spain into Group F. Basket Namur Capital from Belgium into Group G. Okay, Piaz Pécs from Hungary into Group H. Basket Hemas Sint-Kathleen Waver from Belgium into Group I. And last but not least, the Liège Panthers from Belgium into Group J. Okay, before we move on to Seed 4, let's take a look at the group so far. We have already 2 Spanish clubs in Group F, which means none of the 2 Spanish clubs in the last seed can be drawn into Group F and would be moved to the next available group if necessary. Other than that, there is no restriction and we can proceed with the teams from Seed 4. So Valencia BC cannot go into Group F and will therefore be moved to the next available group, which is Group G. We're looking for an opponent in Group F, and it's Olivais from Portugal into Group F. Next team for Group H is Cedis Basket from Spain into Group H. That is Herna TC from Germany, German champion, into Group I. And last but not least, Roche Vendée from France, completing a French-speaking group in Group J. All that's left for us to do is to draw the numbers to determine the order of play. First number drawn is number 1. Followed by number 2. Number 4. And number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the draw also for Conference 2 of the EuroCup Women. You have the results on the screen. For a few more moments, please stay with us. We'll have a short break to prepare the draw for EuroLeague Women qualifiers, but we'll continue in a few moments. In the meantime, we can already have a look at the highlights of last season's EuroLeague Women Final Four. Okay, we are ready to continue with the draw for Europe's premier club competitions, the EuroLeague Women, season 2019-2020. As you know, we have a competition system with 16 clubs in the regular season. Therefore, we will be looking to draw 2 groups of 8. There is some restrictions in this draw based on the regulations of the competition. There is, number one, it's a maximum of 2 clubs from the same country can be in the same group, again. But if there are exactly 2 clubs from the same country, these clubs shall be drawn into different groups if possible. And for those countries that have up to 3 representatives, in our case, we have Russia, Turkey, and Spain with up to Russia, Turkey, and France with up to 3 clubs. A maximum of 2 of those countries can be represented with 2 clubs in any group. Quite complicated, therefore we have the system helping us out. Based on these restrictions, if for any club drawn, the system will highlight the group in which the club can go, and then we'll proceed accordingly. We're ready to start? We're ready to start with the teams from Seed 1. UMMC Ekaterinburg, the defending champion, into Group A. And Dynamo Kursk into Group B. USK Prague from Czech Republic into Group A. And Fenerbahce from Turkey, therefore into Group B. Tango Bourges Basket from France into Group A. And Sopron Basket from Hungary into Group B. Moving on to Seed 4. Famila Basket Skio, and they must go into Group B. The system suggests Skio to be moved into Group B. This is related to the qualifier that we have between Venezia and Miskolc. The winner of this qualifier will go into Group A later on, so the Hungarian and Italian champion will both have to be in Group B. That is Nadezhda Orenburg, therefore into Group A. It's TTT Riga from Latvia, from Seed 5 into Group A. And Spanish champion Spar City Lift Girona into Group B. Yep. We can proceed with Seed 6. Castors Breine from Belgium into Group A. And the French champion, Lyon Asvel Femina, into Group B. In seed 7, we have one team, which is Çukurova Basketball from Turkey, and the winner of the qualifier between Botaş and Gdynia. That is Çukurova from Turkey into Group A. And the winner of Conference 1, Pairing 1, between Botaş and Gdynia, therefore into Group B. Moving on to the last seed, the winner of the qualifiers pairings 2 and 3. Winner of pairing 3 between Venezia and Miskolc. They will go into Group A. And the winner of pairing 2 between BLMA and Olympiacos, therefore in Group B. Now all for the technical part, we'll draw the numbers for the lines. First number drawn, number 8. Followed by number 2. Number 5 for the next line. Followed by number 6. Number 7. Followed by number 1. Number 3. And number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the draw for next season's EuroLeague Women regular season. I want to thank Elisabeth and Zoe. Thank you, well done. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes all of our draws for the official part this morning, and all that's left for me to do is to wish all of the participating clubs the best of luck in the upcoming season, and may the best team win. Thank you.